Hello ladies, again. This is our vacation mini for this year. I finally finished it. It took me a while because it was very hard to find things to coordinate with this Stampin' Up paper. The mini is the suitcase Stampin' Up book, and we went to Pittsburgh, as you can see. And I did this rose using the paper from the collection, but it was very hard to match anything to these colors. And you know, a few charms here, a car, because we drove all the way there. It was like 7 hours from New Jersey. And that little charm, and then just some fiber, and then a nice picture of Pittsburgh on the front. We really liked the city, and we had a lot of fun. I tried to imitate a suitcase tag here, but I think it came out too big. I'm not sure. So it's overpowering, like it covers the suitcase basically. And then on the back it has a stamp that says our vacation, when, where, you know, it has who, when. And then you could fill in the information, which is really cute. But like I said, it came out a little big. I'm not too happy with that. In the inside, on the first page, I have pictures of the hotel. I put a little frame here to highlight the picture. So that's the kids in the hotel, the kids at the pool, and that's the hotel at the back. And over here, there's a acetate pocket, and I did some tags of pictures at the rest area on our way there. And another picture of the hotel. And I still have to fill in the journaling on the back. I didn't do that yet. It's ready, but I haven't had a chance to do it. And then since we went by car, I used the paper that had the car on it. But then I didn't want to cover it up with too many things, so I left it like that. This page here has one of the trips we took when we went to the zoo, which was very nice, and the aquarium. So that's the kids, that's the whole family. Usually when we go, it's us. We have 3 kids, my parents and his parents, so it's like a whole group of us. It's like an invasion. But we really enjoyed doing that every summer. Here are some tags that we could write on. I did for some, but I'm not quite done yet. And then here's the map of the zoo and the aquarium. And then over here it says, I love to travel, and it's like a metal charm. And then the next page, we went to one of the inclines there. We had to try that, which was quite an adventure, going up the mountain on that little thing. But, you know, the kids had a lot of fun. And then we took pictures of it, and pictures from the top of the mountain. You can see Pittsburgh on the background, even though it was a little cloudy that day. And here's a picture of one of the tunnels we had to go through to go back to the hotel. And then I put some embellishments. But like I said before, it was very hard to match anything with these colors. And here's us at the top of the mountain looking down at the city. And then I just put some... I also bought the stamp set from the collection, so I did some embellishments using that. And then I stamped the word fun. And then we also took a river cruise, because they have 3 rivers, or 2 rivers that, you know, meet at the point. So we took one of the river cruises to see everything, and it was very much fun. That's my in-laws, that's my parents. And then I put a bunch of tags here in a pocket, and like I said, we still have to do the journaling on it. And more pictures here. These are pictures from the zoo. My daughter is obsessed with penguins, so there she was looking at the penguins, and then journaling. And here we are sitting. I think this was at the aviary that we went to see the little birds. Yes, that was it. Picture. Here we went to see one of the colleges, because my son is going to high school this year. This one's Carnegie Mellon, which was very nice. This page here, we also went to see the museum. So the kids went to see the dinosaurs. So I saved the entrance ticket and some other pictures from the museum when we were inside. But I still have to do all the journaling. So far all I did was I wrote the dates and where we went, so I wouldn't forget. But then I'll write more about it each day trip. We were there for a whole week. And then Friday, my son and my husband went to PNC Park to see a baseball game. My oldest son. And they had lots of fun. There I did some journaling so I wouldn't forget, as you can see. See? And it opens up and it has the park's picture on the front and my son in the stadium. And then it closes with this little thing here, flourish, that I painted. And then here's my husband and my son waiting to go into the game outside the park. And this is some of those tickets. I just stamped them and cut them out. Unfortunately, they didn't save the ticket from the game. And then this is the back. I used one of those mini book stamps and I just wrote my name and the year. So, hope you like it. Like I said, it was very, very hard to do. I think it was one of my most difficult minis to finish. I really had to force myself to finish it. Okay, have a great day.